Right.
Listen, you have to work very hard to fail in school, and I don't see you doing that.
Right.
What I care about is you keep learning, you keep growing, you work on the things that you're not doing well in, but ultimately, you just have to have good character. Because all this stuff, once you graduate, no one's going to think about these grades anymore. Nobody's going to care. But if you go through school and you start to learn that there's certain things you're interested, that pique your interest, that's valuable.
Welcome to another episode of Don Draper's Den, an after-hours conversation with two fools in the marketing game. Talking culture, talking trash, having conversations that don't belong in the boardroom. I'm Chris. This is Ernie. In this episode, we got into all kinds of stuff.
All sorts of stuff.
Super deep.
Yeah, in the parenting.
Parenting skills.
Third world character.
The third world doesn't care if you're fat. They'll tell you to your face.
Yeah, life's an adventure. You gotta take time to figure the direction you're going to take. That's right. In life.
Don't be afraid to bump your head, so to speak.
Yep. Whether you go to college or not. And
it's a lie that most of us are sold. A bunch of college debt.
Planning for the next year.
Yeah. Climb the mountain.
Climb that mountain.
Yeah. So anyways, it was a good one. Went all over, but I hope you get some value out of it. As always, please like and share and subscribe and comment. We want to blow this thing up as much as we can. We appreciate your guys' support as always. So without further ado, pour yourself a glass and let's get into this.
All right. Cheers.
Here's to you, man. To go with the coffee.
So off camera, I was telling Chris that I could see that it's showing that he's gaining some weight.
Oh man, just insult,
Listen,
injury.
I know how you work though. See, you'll use that as energy to.
I'm going to picture your face. I might even print out a picture of your face. Not even a face now. Like the shitty, back in the day, the 15 years ago with your dumb little chin strap and your pocket square. Like this motherfucker right here.
Right? See, but I know how you work. So I'm I'm just helping you out. If I say that you look fat, but
then you got to suffer the consequence, because as I get in better and better shape, then you're going to get all kinds of shit.
From what?
From me. I'll be the one throwing out your food. Shouldn't eat this, fatty, and just throw your shit.
Yeah, but see, that doesn't work with me, because for me, I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll just eat 2 pints of ice cream right in front of your face.
That's right. Yeah.
See, I go the other direction. That doesn't work for me. I'm I look fat now.
We're gonna be
just wait in 1 month.
Bro.
Then you'll see how fat I get. It's weird how brains work.
You'll show me.
It's weird how brains work, though.
Rushing you to the hospital, covered in you got a mustache of ice cream sandwich. What did he do? Ate 13 of these.
Oh, you gotta move your microphone a little bit inward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's funny is that almost 60 episodes.
Is it really 60?
No, almost. We're at 50. This will be 58. But what it reminds me of is every year before we visit my parents up in Cleveland for Christmas, I always have to tell Hannah and Lily, just prep them. Okay, guys, listen, we're pulling up. We're going to be in Cleveland. We're going to see my parents in a few. Don't be alarmed if they comment on your weight, okay?
The third world don't give up.
They don't.
Yeah.
Talking about your weight, especially in Asia or in the Philippines, that's like talking about the weather. It's oh man, how's the weather down there? Yeah. And boy, have you gained? How much weight did you gain? You look fat.
Like a chubby little fella. Inch a little inch.
It's so true. It's the weirdest thing. It's and I'm apologizing in advance. Okay, that's just part of their culture. They'll call you out if you gain some weight, and if you lost weight, they'll call that out. Oh, you must have lost a lot of weight. Yeah, it is part of the conversation, normal conversation. They're not judging you. They're not, there's no ill will behind it.
Very matter of fact.
It's very matter of fact. Yeah. Oh, look, since the last year I saw you, it seemed like you got a little. They'll do one of these chubby around here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's my dad too, right? He gave me shit when I was down in Florida. Mm-hmm. talking shit. That's all right. I still got the old man. I can take him.
Like, I think that being from another country, coupled with that they're boomers,
deep in it too, right? They're both in their 80s.
Yeah. So yeah, they don't give a shit. Like, there's no hurt feelings. There's no woke culture with them.
Seeing the world, bro, when it wasn't so pretty.
One time my dad, this was like maybe the second year that I brought Hannah to our Christmas party up there.
Okay.
He literally picked up a picture from last year and said, Hannah, this was you last year. What happened?
What happened?
You gained weight. Look at that. Look at
difference.
See? See what they're like.
He zooms in, oh, that looks more like you now. He's zooming in, making it bigger.
Right. It's like, wow, you brought a reference photo to the conversation. The nerve.
That's rough, man.
But I had to I always had to prep them. Just they don't mean there's nothing behind it. It's just it's similar to asking about the weather,
right?
Or how's work. I'm
trying to think. So I will say, maybe not all Brazilians, although I've met plenty in there. They're all pretty funny people, fun-loving and passionate people. But in particular, George, Professor Gurgel down here in Cincinnati, I wasn't there, but I heard that the story went something like this. Mm-hmm. And he's a great teacher, man. He really is a great coach, right? So, and he teaches the kids class and everything. So this lady comes in, nondescript lady comes in, and has a younger boy, say 10 to 12-ish. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hey, I want little Timmy to do this and blah, 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 and martial arts and all this kind of typical, he's curious, we would like to sign up kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And so there's always a front desk person, at the gym. Because George, he's busy, for God's sake. He's a black belt. He's got shit to do. But for whatever reason, he was there, as the story goes. And he same thing, you know what I mean? Real matter of fact. And he's like a fighter, he's a tough man. So he just kind of looks around. If he even looked at the mom, right? Uh-huh. If he even looked at her. But just looked, he's fat. And as the story was told, it was somebody else kind of swooped in to, okay, here, sign up here, and the cost per month, and you get a gi, and the whole racket.
Yeah.
He didn't
listen to anything. Locked eyes on him.
We're going to have to trim him up. You're fat. It's called it out. But as the story goes, I heard the kid did sign up, and it probably looks like, an Adonis now. This is years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, but same thing, man. Yeah. Just different
I'm just calling it out. Just pointing out the facts.
Yeah. And when you get small, I'll call that out.
Yeah, I'll call that out too. Oh, look at you now. You're strong, and you lost all this weight.
Strong like a bull. Yeah.
We want to hear that, right? But we don't want to hear the
sometimes truth hurts, bro.
Yep.
We're gonna have to cut down on the Indian food. Not that we went to Indian food without Shannon, but I'm just saying, if we had hypothetically gone, because obviously we ate something else.
We ate Indian food. Sorry, Shannon.
It was good. Chicken korma was good.
It was good.
It's good on, as I say, it's good on my birthday. It's good on Jesus' birthday.
When is your birthday? Is it
January 31st?
Yeah, that's right.
January 31st.
For some reason, I thought it was closer, earlier in January. I didn't know it was.
No, right at the end, which is a nice thing, maybe because I would have Christmas. And the toys would kind of wear a little thin, and then bam, I get hit
again. Yeah, it is actually perfect because there's nothing really to look forward to as far as holidays are concerned. Once Christmas is over,
not really.
You got to wait till Easter if you even celebrate.
It's kind of a void, yeah.
So getting it end of January,
right? Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. And it's far enough away that they can't use the excuse of, well, I just got
I don't get ripped off. I wanted for nothing when I was a kid. I wanted for nothing. I was an only child, and so I wanted for nothing. But still, I never got chipped on presents.
No,
perfect.
It's not so close where you can still get friends or family who want to gather.
Yeah.
It's like, not this again. Every year they ask us to go to Chris's birthday. It's like day after Christmas. We just saw them.
Or like it's on break. It's on Christmas break.
Right.
So, I never missed out on Christmas. But like now though, I don't even want any. I don't know. I mean, I get myself something for my birthday. You know what I mean? But I don't even want something really. Maybe
I usually
maybe
don't. Something. Yeah, I gave the date night gift bags to all the couples in our family. Yeah, so I did that. Yeah, which was really good. I think they really appreciated it. Some of the couples even played the 5 love languages game. Yep. So if you recall, it was like 5 love languages game, a candle, a bottle DVDs. Of wine or grape juice. Yep. I think a candy cane of M&Ms and stuff like that. Something like that. So I got some Skittles. It was a hit. I think people enjoyed it. Yeah. Because it was like thoughtful. Like, okay, this is a date night. Like we should try this. And partly, all my brothers, they're all in that phase right now where a majority of their kids are either all out of the nest or kind of empty nest, about to. Right. And so I'm trying to encourage, like, hey, work on the fire. Work on that relationship. That's important. Yeah. Because that's all you got once the kids are gone.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole exactly, but like it's weird how like I've seen parents now. They've already had that moment as far as like my parents' generation. The moment's come and gone. But witnessing that, where there's a bit of rediscovery, kind of. And occasionally, like, I won't call them out, but some close friends' parents were like, it took them a minute to adjust. Yeah. Because I think the kids got out of the house at the same time they had kind of semi-retired. And so, like, you go from like the hustle and bustle and you're only seeing each other at a few hours a week. You know what I mean? And then you end up like just around this motherfucker all the time. You know what I mean? And you forget. You're like, oh God, go to work. You just see that. So it's totally some adjustments to try to
see. Our parenting style is different. With Lily, Hannah and I are like, and this is how I've always kind of been. It's the parents' relationship is number one, and their friendship and doing stuff together is number one. Our job for you is to take care of you. Obviously, make sure you're fed, make sure you're protected. You have a shelter, over your head, but then make sure you're learning and growing to be a good person character wise. But part of that learning experience is, no, we're not going to coddle you. We're not going to be there at we're not going to run you around to every single sport that you want to play because you want to play 4 different sports throughout the year. Like we're not going to do that because we have our own lives. And if there's going to be a day when you're going to grow up and you're out of the house, then we're looking at each other saying, man, we just, for 18, 20 years, we sacrifice and then now I'm hanging out with a stranger again, and so we don't do that at all. And part of it is like, hey, this is growing up. We do and tell her, like, you're not going to have us the rest of your life. You're going to have to learn how to be alone. And learn how to entertain yourself and learn how to do things on your own, cook for yourself, clean for yourself, key, man. Right?
Especially the cooking.
Yeah. I mean, I know some friends, I was talking to some friends just a couple of weeks ago where her daughter, a couple of her daughters they go to college, but they're living back at home. Like they're doing remote classes now just because they can't function away from the parents. It's like, how do you get them to like, hey, you're missing out a whole college life. Go have fun, do bad things, like live your college life.
Do the stuff.
Like they don't want it. Like, I want to be home with you. Like, no.
No. I think not for lack of capability. But I will call out Melody, my youngest, for being that one. But not for lack of capability. I think she'll figure some hustle and she's going to be stacking paper, but just, like the math won't math for her. Like, well, I could move out, but
why move out?
I'm just and then she'll like make her own apartment, like build it with plumbing, like she's that kind of chick. So Yeah, but the other two, man, no. Here, this is how you make. I showed the kids like one pot pasta, right? One pot, right? Yeah. Here's how you do it. Yeah. You're gonna need a strainer, but one pot, you can get it done. I've done it a billion times at this point. Yeah, like autopilot, right? Tastes great. Yeah, right. You get the pasta out. Boom. In the time that's going, you can dump oil. Pan's hot. Burner's hot. Dump the oil. Throw in the garlic. Nice fresh cut onion. Stuff like this. Maybe a little pepper if you're going crazy. You jazz up the sauce. Drop the sauce. Boom. Drop the pasta. Little stir. A little hot pepper.
Done.
That'll for my boy. That'll impress a girl. That'll impress a girl. That's kind of why he exists to a degree. So yeah.
But that's what that's why we're very adamant. We tell Lily, listen, like you're out of the house by 18. So whether you're going to college, whether you're joining the military, whether you decide to move out with your friends and work, whatever. Right. I don't care what you do. Be a good person, good character. Treat people right. Work hard. But either way, you're out of this room, and that room becomes our room. Like it's my room. Right. If you come back to stay at our place, it's not going to look like your place. It's going to be our room. Right. So
your place is going to look like your place.
Right. So,
do you guys already have the room planned out? Like what's
It will be a legit guest room.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a legit guest room. Gotcha. Because right now we don't really have like a legit guest room for people.
No. Right.
So if we do have guests, like my parents or something, Lily will sleep on the couch. Right. And then they stay there. But we make it clear because again, we're not going to enable you. You're 12 now. You got 6 years. What are you going to do in that time to be ready?
Yeah, get ready.
To leave. I said the easiest way to do it would be join the military. Go Air Force. Because you're off, you pack your bags, you're gone. You see the world potentially.
I think I got a cousin. I haven't seen them in a long time. Gabriella. Mm-hmm. I think she joined the Air Force or something. Mm-hmm. Maybe the Army. Something like that. They're not going to make
Or go college. Get scholarships, go college, take out loans.
Dude, that is so, you know what, man? If my kids, you kind of see them coming. I think the one, possibly 2 of 3, but 1 out of 3, I could see getting a degree, something safe, STEM, safe. But I don't have any encouragement either way at this point because like it's such a racket. You can get the job done at a community college or some local college for like pennies on the dollar as compared to say, I wouldn't even go Ivy League. We don't have it like that. And that's not my family's culture at all. But yeah, it's why though, right? Like my generation specifically, I think I'm 81. So it's right on the border of millennial.
Yeah.
And then those that are say 5 to 6, 7, 8 years younger than me, I feel like we're the ones that got shoved down our throat that college is the way to be for all, like for all.
Yeah.
And like thinking back, I'm like, I'm glad I have a degree in music because I was fascinated and it enriched me as a person. Right. But like,
yeah,
I could have done anything else. There's more practical degrees in what I've done with my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A little business degree couldn't hurt. Right. So
yeah, I'm a fan of college still because even if you don't necessarily use your degree exactly, you learn so many other skills going to college, in my opinion.
I feel like
how to relate to people, how to think, logically, how to be able to communicate your thoughts properly. You learn quite a bit when you're in college.
Will say I think there's a crescendo now, right? That has happened. But there's a bunch of horseshit degrees that I saw, like it was like on a TikTok or a YouTube or some short, what I mean? And they launch into this like, mental wellness and hellness in a capitalistic, patriarchy, and you're like, bitch, that's stupid. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It sounds like $100,000 resume for Starbucks. Right? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? This is garbage.
Yeah.
So hopefully people going to school for things that don't go anywhere, in my opinion, is done with. Because one of my cousins, who their family's very well off, they were well off, and then she married a very well off guy. Good for them. The kid's being a welder.
Yeah. I think it's great.
And the funny thing is that the older generation, right, has something to say, like, yeah, but this, that, the other, like money and go be C-suite guy. And I'm like, actually, he might bang it out for like $150 in 5 years. Easy.
Yeah.
Right. And if he goes the extra distance, like those guys make crazy money.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, absolutely.
And what,
I'm a huge fan. I respect the same amount of respect for somebody who says, I want to go to college and pre-med, go be a doctor eventually, as I do for somebody who says, I want to be an underwater welder.
Oh my God, dude.
You're like, cool.
And that guy's got balls the size of, I don't know what, man. Like, I've seen those things, right? Those are those like, they say, the world doesn't need men or whatever the headline, right? And it's just these outrageous jobs. Guys getting hit in the back of the head with a cage on a lobster boat.
Yeah.
And it's like the high long shot at the controls for like this massive ship. And they're like in the South Sea, just like,
yeah.
And all like, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
You got to find your thing. You know what you're passionate about or what you're interested in, and we live in a country that allows us to pursue your dream. If we're a third world country, you just got to feed the pigs because that's all you got in front of you, right?
If you're lucky,
we're privileged where you could actually pursue. I was talking to my brother and sister-in-law over the weekend, and my sister-in-law's brother. Anthony passed away. He was actually more my age, a couple years older. So it's definitely hard in the family. But I wanted to learn more about Anthony, and it was cool. Like he knew Lake Erie like the back of his hand. He ran like charter fishing tours and stuff, and he knew exactly where to go. He wrote articles about it, and he knew how to catch that walleye, And then on the other hand, though, he also had like 2 12-person vans, and he was this is the first time I ever heard this. My brother told me he was a Yoder toter.
A what?
A Yoder toter.
What in the hell is a Yoder toter?
He would basically be the Uber driver for Amish people.
Yeah. Let's go.
But like, that's great. I would never think that.
Not on the bingo card.
He learned how to make it work,
Yeah.
And like, hats off. That's awesome. He found his passion. He loves fishing. He loves taking people teaching them where to fish, how to fish. And then on the flip side, he's helping the Amish and then making money off of that. They pay cash. Right?
Okay. He's got nice furniture in his house and shit,
Yeah. Well-built furniture, right?
Shit'll last forever. That's funny.
Hats off.
Nah.
You don't need to go to college to get my respect, at least.
Let me try.
You just have to have a vision and an idea of what you want to accomplish.
You need the wherewithal to do it, right? Like just to plain know how, right? If you like, if you look at that like lifestyle choice, meaning like I'm going to go work, say, a 9 to 5 in a corporate situation, right? It's like nobody's hating on it, but it does kind of put me in mind when you bring up that cat that had passed away, right? It puts me in mind of, say, when let's say you only do play dates for a kid, right? So it's like, okay, little Jimmy, we're going to go to the skate rink today, and next weekend we're going to go do this, and then so forth and so on and so on. All right. So in other words, what it basically is that there's a prescribed play item. Yeah. Right. There's an agenda here. Okay. Now that is fine, right? But that doesn't really get the ability to play manifested in the kid. Right. It's just to say that you've put them into a situation that's kind of inherently fun. Yeah. Right. But you're the one who prescribed it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the business of play, which is essentially creativity, right, which has a crazy impact on human development.
Yeah.
But the idea of play is it tends to also be more of a, hey, little Jimmy, that's Matt, and that's little Bobby. there's sticks and rocks and grass, and I'm going to go, watch the game.
Yeah.
Right. And then fun ensues. Right.
Yeah.
So, but when that is engaged, and when in that second situation, there's creativity and there's problem solving, there's challenging, there's male bonding, there's female bonding, the boys and the girls, and all these kinds of things happen, right? That then propel their ability to self-discover. And little Jimmy's real fast, and little Jimmy ends up being a fireman or some shit because he was always so fast, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you mentioned this cat, like kind of on the hustle.
Yeah.
It's like, don't know why, probably went fishing, I would assume, I don't know, but went fishing at a young age. Shit, I really love doing this.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to figure out a way to do this all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And it's interesting that I think that it can be shied away from. I don't think it's everywhere, but certainly in the circles I've run, which is a little bit more, a lot of college degrees, a lot more white collar, just what it is, where it's like, little Jimmy who played and got dirty grew up to like, he flips houses. He also works on cars, and he loves, hunting. Right. And so he turned that hunting into like, he takes guys on hunting trips like 2 times a year. And it's like, he didn't get a degree. Fuck you, bro. He makes $150 a year.
Right.
He's jacked as hell.
Yeah.
And he loves his life.
Yeah.
Like, why? Who failed?
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's making it work.
Little Jimmy's just fine.
Absolutely.
So it's fascinating to like not have that be encouraged as I was coming up. Not personally, just as like a society. It's kind of like they prescribed it.
Yeah.
You're going to do this, and then you will go to college. But the why was missing. It was just what I had to do.
Just what you had to do.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a fear, right? Like if you don't go to college, I don't know what you're going to become. At least in college, you could figure things out. You could ask questions. You could find yourself, but you're still safe because you're in this 4-year, 2-year, 5-year degree program, right? And so I can sleep well at night because at least you're out there
on some kind
going
of track.
To school on some sort of track, right? And so it helps parents sleep at night.
Right.
Whereas if it's like, even if people don't want to like have their kids take a gap year, like I'm a fan of gap year. Yeah. Like you graduate high school, take a gap year. Why spend money going to college if you don't even know exactly what you want to take?
Yeah, get out there and bump your head into the world.
But you're not sitting in the house. You're still going to find a place to live. And you still got to go work. Yeah. But take your gap year. Absolutely. Like you're not taking a gap year of vacation on my expense.
In fact, I'll do you one better with that, man. Like certain people that I know graduated in 4 years, went to work the next day, and they're VPs of their whatever their career. Like they had this track, and like only a couple people I know did that. You know what I mean? For all the people I know with degrees, there's been a lot of bouncing around, career change, and you know what I mean? The resume, the origin story of people, especially when I network, and it's always I started here and ended up here, and it's always like, how the hell did you do that? You know what I mean? But what that says to me is that more often than not, of course, there's always going to be those people who I always wanted to be a doctor, and I became one, and finito.
Yep.
Like, way to stick the landing.
Yep.
Right? Nice, but rare. But the rest of us, I don't know. I don't know. I ran into something. I knew that I liked to do this. I love being around people.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of jobs where I had to talk to people.
Yep.
I love to teach.
Yep.
I don't know why. I'm just an asshole, I guess, and I love to hear myself talk. Here I am on a podcast.
That I believe.
Totally. Right. And then I ended up being I don't even really like hanging out with kids. They're kind of annoying. They're gross, right? They're all snotted up. But I'm pretty good at teaching. Yeah. Right. So my point is, you got to get out there. And with the amount of turnaround in people's career, where I was going with this, you say gap year, bro, I'll throw out gap 2-3 year, gap 4, because how long does it really take? I think that's the ultimate lie. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, you've got to hurry up and like do the thing before you turn 20. What? Which 20? 28?
Right.
What happens at 28? Yeah. As a man, right? There's some biological meter things that are going to happen, and it's it's different.
Yeah.
Right. But from my personal experience, it's kind of like 28.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what was going on at 28. I was still figuring it out.
Yeah.
You know, but I had a long safety net of college, and I didn't really bump my head hard enough to kind of get straight, if you will, you know?
I mean, I think about like what college did wonders for me from the standpoint of like, because I was forced to go into engineering.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't forced. My dad said, I gave you options. You could be electrical, mechanical, chemical, polymer, civil engineer. I'm giving you options, right? And I get it from his standpoint. He paid for my college, so I'm going to let you choose.
I set you up, bro.
I'll set you up. Yeah. And from his vantage point, that's a good deal. Right. Right? Get out of college without any debt.
Right.
Pick any kind of well-paying degree. Yeah, it makes sense. But when I was there, then I started meeting people and I started to ask questions. I started hearing, there's other interests. Yeah. And then, so it did wonders for me. And that's when I decided I want to be working with people, not with products. Yeah. I remember this one guy, he lived in the dorm room right next to me. And one time we were just staying up late talking and I was like, I don't know about this engineering thing, you know? No. And he said, well, let me ask you a question. You know, are you into people, products, or processes? And I'm like, and for, you know, I don't know how old he was, 19 years old. Yeah. It was a pretty wise conversation. Yeah. I go, people for sure. Yeah. He goes, well, then you're in the wrong degree. Yeah. You know, he's like, sure, you're going to be working with people, but like you're going to be focusing on products. You're going to be focusing on processes. You're not going to be focusing on bettering, you know, the emotional EQ of somebody. Like you're not going to be doing that. Right. So that's when I decided, well, I want to go into ministry. Yeah. Right. But you need, before you go to seminary, you need an undergrad degree. Right. Because you get your master's in seminary, you need undergrad still. Right. So I was convinced that, well, if I have to go to school still, I'll go into education. Yeah. Because at least it's in the vein, I'm learning about learners, right, and communicate. And that was the best thing, because till this day, I'm always teaching. I'm always using those skills.
That's how we sell.
Yeah, that's how we sell. We sell through teaching. Yeah. Consulting is all about teaching. Yeah. So college for me did wonders. I'll never take those years back. How I did college, I think I would do it a little differently. But it's not for everybody. You know, I tell Hannah, I'm in awe and I respect her so much, because like she didn't go to college. She didn't get a college degree, but yet she hustled, man. She like worked 3 jobs at a time. Right. Meantime, she's learning how to groom. She's working at a bar. She's working at another bar at night, you know, at late night. She's like, whatever she could do to make money. All the while she's learning a skill of grooming, to the point that, you know, years later, she opens her own grooming shops, and now she's doing well with those. Right. Like, that's awesome. Like, and nobody, that's her journey. That's her adventure. Yeah. You know? And
you know, what's interesting is to be young enough to, I can remember, you know, partying all night long. All night long. And then waking up and going to class, and then going to teach guitar, and then going to band practice, and then going out all night, and waking up and going, you know, and like I was indestructible. Yeah. I was indestructible, as most of us are at that young age. Yeah. Right. And while, you know, I value my misspent youth, I think though that it's like, well, yeah, that's where if you're more blue collar, well, that's where you put in that time. You know, dude, I'm indestructible. I work 90 hours a week. And it's like, how'd you get so good at doing any number of things with your hands? Because I don't have fucking kids. I have nothing to do. Nothing right? To do. And I had the fear of God, because my rent is due. I don't have a net under me. Nothing. You know, and then like if you can, you know, jujitsu it, you know, you get the hate from people. Oh, especially growing up, you know, it's like, oh, you didn't go to college, huh? You're a fucking loser, I guess, huh? You know, and it's like that kind of fuels like, I'll fucking show you, you know, but shortly thereafter, you know, it's like the guys that did that, you know, like, oh, where'd you get a nice truck? You know, I couldn't afford dick, bro.
Right.
I was a broke.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, you've been working for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, but at the same time too, it's like that also hurts more too, you know, because you are going to bump your head into the world faster and harder, and you're probably going to get more lumpy along the way. You know what I mean?
Go through the school of hard knocks. You know, you learn a lot through failures than more through failures.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am though too. Even though I did go to college, I learned through mistakes.
Yeah. No, that's it. All my mistakes just came after. You know, the first part was a nice long launch pad.
Yeah.
Right? But afterwards, I'm just like face first into the brick wall of life. Like, that hurt.
Yeah.
Should have practiced more. Oh well.
No, I don't like when I think of my like I did everything from roofing to I worked cremating bodies during college to I painted. I tried at one point I was thinking about starting my own painting company.
Yeah.
To teaching, substitute teaching, you know, being a pastor, going to ministry, and then landing into the marketing gig.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I could. I've often thought about this. I don't think I could go back and say I know exactly what I want to do. I want to go to college, get my marketing degree because I want to start my own marketing agency.
No, that would
never have worked. It would never have. No. I probably would have been discouraged.
Yeah,
because I'd be like, what am I learning this for?
From the safety, I think if I think that those kind of cats like who can go 4-year, bam, and hit it. For the ones that really do kill it, you know, like they seem like they have, I don't know, out of the norm kind of ability in something, right? To where like, but again, real serious drive. I've always known I wanted this. They know Donald Miller when they're 12 or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right, they just knew.
But then they land at like I don't know, some big, you know, Ford or Kellogg's or some weird shit.
Yeah.
You know? But straight out of college. Why? Well, because you're the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I think
not every kid can be expected to know it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Like you said earlier, that's like a small percentage of people who really know.
But everybody else, it would appear, there's a million ways to do this, I guess, to live life. But like, it would appear as though like, man, you don't really have anything to offer the world yet.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're that extraordinary talent. But the rest of us mere mortals, like, you're not a very good writer until you've, you know, been through it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, if I'm going to listen to somebody preach, right? My own personal beliefs aside, anybody who's thought hard about the nature of self and what it is to be human, as preachers tend to do, I'll listen, right? But I'm going to need some experience first, right? Because otherwise, fuck do you know, right? So yeah, you got to get kind of beat up by life in order to offer something, you know, even in the workplace, right? If only you have grit, right? Because like young kids, man, they'll just fall apart under the pressure, right? They can't handle it.
No.
And that's not the kind of person you want to work with.
No. Yeah. Well, it's a miracle that I actually found. I think that I actually found a discipline that I latched onto that I actually am passionate about. Yeah. Because if you've known me enough that I have so many different weird interests. One moment I'm interested in this. You know, this year I want to focus on crumping and boxing. Next year it might be welding and something else. Right. You know, like because I like to I'm an avid learner. I want to learn new things all the time, and I'm constantly thinking. And how do I grow in the way I perceive things, right? But the fact that I'm staying in marketing and I love it. I think the saving grace of it all is that we have so many different kinds of clients.
Yes.
One day I could be talking about marketing childcare centers. Another day I'm talking about how do we market, material handling installation. Right. And that learning new industries. Is what keeps me going. Like, and the people and the passion and the people that are in those industries. That's a good way to put it. Is the people, because it's not just a well thought out tagline of ours. Where, you know, it really is that. And then it's funny how we gravitate. I didn't know I did, but we all gravitate
here to people who are on that tip. In other words, relationship based.
Relationship based.
So like everything we do just gravitates around this idea of people and connection.
Connections, building those relationships.
It just so happens to be all these random businesses. I put like under the sheen of whatever product they're hustling or whatever, it's all the same. It's very strange, man. You know what's weird, man, is that puts me in mind of that Matrix moment. Yeah. You know, where you like I clicked for me, right? Where you just see all the numbers going by and you're like, oh, it's the same. Yeah. Everybody needs the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I get it. Yeah, man. Huh. Yeah, but I don't know. I think that character building is the most important thing. Yeah. And that's the hardest thing to teach is character building, you know? And so for Lily, I only come, full circle here, I always tell her, like, sometimes she'll get nervous showing me her grades. Yeah. I'm like, I don't really care. Right. Listen, you have to work very hard to fail in school. And I don't see you doing that. Right. What I care about, you keep learning, you keep growing, you work on the things that you're not doing well in, but ultimately you just have to have good character. Because all this stuff, once you graduate, no one's going to think about these grades anymore. Nobody's going to care. But if you go through school and you start to learn that there's certain things you're interested that pique your interest, that's valuable. Right. And then because that might propel you to something in the future. But if you have no character, poor character, well then forget all of that. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wants to be around people who suck. No, man. No. And especially as time goes on, man. Like I just become less and less and less tolerant. And I don't think that's going to get I don't think I'll increase in my tolerance. I'm not going to increase in my ability to suffer fools. Yeah. Right. I can barely suffer myself. Yeah. It kind of makes sense when you see old people like, why is that guy so grumpy all the time? It's like, he knows he's surrounded by idiots. You know what I mean? Like, he's seen you before, for like 70 years. He's seen a motherfucker that acted just like you. Yeah. And he fucking hated him the first time he saw him in 7th grade, and here he is again. Yeah. I know your story. Kick rocks, bro. Yeah. So that's fine. That's my life mission. My life mission is to grow up and retire a grumpy old man and just rip on people. Yeah. Like, look at that little shit over there. It is fun, man. It is fun. Nothing beats people watching. I can't wait. He thinks he's all badass. He's going to, at his first sign of failure, he's going to get a divorce. I can see that crumble. Right, just crumble from the inside. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Which is so contrary because, I do love people and care, but I love ripping on people too for their incompetencies. Part of the experience, man. But like Hannah and I do that. We're the same. We be driving around. We just rip on people. We love our favorite thing to do is like people watching. Yeah. We just make fun of people all day long. Right. But we also know we do that knowing that you can make fun of us all day long. I mean, there's so much to make fun of. There's a lot of good content there to make fun of us. Yeah. As long as you can take it, I feel pretty justified in dishing it out. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I want to be I want her and I to be those grumpy old people on a rocking chair. Right. Just laughing at people, remembering all of our adventure and experiences. That's why you got to get jacked with me this year, bro. I don't know about jacked. Come on. Limber. Come on. Limber. Got it. Nobody cares about limber. They care about jacked. No neck from earlobe to shoulder. That's what it is. That's easy. For no reason. For me, that's easy to do. Really? Yeah. I couldn't grow I don't know. It's not in the easiest part for me to work out and see results almost instantly is my neck, my lats. Right. Lats, right? What are these called? No, those are lats. Lats, traps. My traps, my shoulders, and my arms. Yeah. And and my chest. Basically my upper body part. Everything else. Tits up. Everything else. I can't. Dude, that's Hollywood. I can work out my thighs. Like if I did squats, I start having a hard time. That's why stretchy jeans are perfect. Calves are easy. Easy. Yeah. So you put on muscle. I do. It's really the gut, I guess is what I'm saying. Really the gut. Everything else I'm good with. That's
But see, I'm not even all that interested in that as much.
all that ice cream right there, bro.
Because like I know I could I want to bring the kettlebells, the adjustable kettlebells here in the office, because I know all I got to do is just do a couple of shoulder shrugs, flies. I do. Yeah. It goes from like 5 to like 35.
35.
Yeah.
I can't even do anything 35, man. I got 20.
Well, that's why like you could do bicep curls.
Yeah.
So just that alone, and I could just do a few squats. That's all I need to do. Like I don't need to get huge anymore like my sons. Like they're ginormous, especially Lance. He's ginormous.
They're projected.
But no, I don't need to do that. Limber though, that's what I need. I need to be able to flex a little bit more. It's sad when I'm going up and down the stairs.
And I'm
like having to hold on the railings.
Wow, what are you talking about, dude?
My knees are killing me.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm like having to put my socks on and I can't even get my feet on. I got to like pull my feet onto my leg.
Does Hannah see you do this?
Yeah, she sees this. It's sad, dude. That's so sad.
She look at you like an old dog?
No, she loves me. She's like, oh, it's okay.
You can love an old dog. You can love it. You just know,
No, she doesn't pressure me. She doesn't. She's like, whatever you want to do. You want to crump? That's cool.
Does she put your shoes on for you?
No, she doesn't put my shoes. That's why I get these loosely tied shoes.
Dude, I'm open.
Or I got a shoehorn that's this fucking long.
I'm going to open an Instagram anonymously. You won't know when. And I'll just start posting. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay somebody. This is why I'm going to work extra hard this year, bro. I'm going to get some extra money and I'm going to have somebody just Photoshop. And it'll just be like, just ragging on you for not being able to like put on your shoes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be my campaign. That's gonna be so this way it'll really motivate you. Be like, I gotta stretch. I'll see you in here kind of like limbering up, grabbing your toes and stuff.
I want to be like Bruce Lee says, like water.
Be like water, my friend.
Be like water, my friend.
If you have this cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I want to be limber. I want to be able to, if an old friend wanted me to go rock climbing, I want to be able to say, hell yeah, dude. And be able to rock climb and
it
put
would
my
be
foot
basketball.
up.
Dude, the last time I played basketball, just for shits.
Basketball?
Yeah.
I can't see you play basketball.
With my kids, just like shooting around. But I was like,
when I envision you play basketball, it's like how a wrestler, like I envision my wrestling friends playing basketball.
It's all stiff.
Boxing out, barely dribbling with one hand. It's like sometimes double dribble. And when you shoot, it's just like kind of like one of these things. That's how I envision you play basketball. Dude.
I'm actually pretty nice.
But you're probably really good at rebounding and boxing people out. Because it's all about
elbows.
Yeah.
I remember like going and reading the face. Bah!
I remember playing with my friends and they're like all wrestlers and stuff. Right. It's like, dude, like elbow to the face, like they have like no control of their body.
Right.
It's like,
just like, cavemen. I'm actually pretty nice with it, man. I can dance all right. I got rhythm.
Dance? Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty smooth. Pretty smooth for the ladies.
Have you ever gotten into like seriously like ballroom dancing with your?
I had a former Marine, a friend of a friend, who was, by the way, just an aside, as a teenager, got Lyme disease, was bedded up for like a year. Taught himself,
Lyme
finished
disease
his
would
degree.
suck to have, dude.
I'd
be so hateful,
devastating, right? But he taught himself Spanish and finished his like a year of college, some wild stuff. But he taught himself Spanish in the year that he was in the bed in hospital, like kind of savage. Anyways, but yeah, he was very into like Brazilian and just South American type of broads. So it's like, and there was no humor in the man. He was nice, but there was no humor. Like he didn't play fucking games, bro. I met him and he was very, very, very intense at like 21, 22 years old. And so making conversation, and I was a goofball when I was young, even more so. And I'm like, hey, buddy, what, blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking him up. And he's like, I'm learning salsa. Like deadpan. I'm like,
dude,
okay.
Salsa.
And he taught me how to salsa.
You gotta flip that flamboyant switch on your brain though, in order to adequately do the salsa dance.
The white shirt,
right? Chest hair. You gotta have chest hair
with like the belt. It's not a belt though. It's like that red sash.
Yeah.
Right, and just like do the whole thing.
I mean, because you gotta because I remember when I was learning salsa, I was like, okay, you do like this movement, and it's just I look like a stiff, and so I'm like, okay, let's say I'm really flamboyant and I have a girly voice. How would I dance? And I'm like,
hit it, bah, hard. Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I can do it now.
No,
you
because
do. You got to get that in your head.
It's either super flamboyant, right? Is the vibe, or all the machismo you can possibly muster, right? To be like, because it's like everybody wants to see this, right? Fucking here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, either which way, it's like there's no middle ground, man. You got to own it.
Yeah, you got to own it. Like you got to own it. That's why, thus, I chose crumping over dances like salsa. I'll throw my back out like if I'm like doing salsa dancing, and I can't do that, dude. But crumping, I can act all tough and like stomp my
look,
feet.
it goes well with the the idea of maybe getting jacked right up top and just gorilla. I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Did you watch any videos?
Elegant.
Did you watch any videos of crumping?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about still? But I learned how to do salsa dancing, swing dancing, foxtrot, merengue.
I never learned
and
I got like
what do you call
basics now.
Can't remember the waltz. The waltz, yeah.
Waltz. Yeah. In 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dum, 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 dum.
The one that I've always wanted to learn, against my ankles, is tap dancing, dude. I love tap dancing. Yeah.
Dude, do you remember the movie Tap?
No.
Fuck off. Really?
No. But like I remember growing up,
one of the greatest movies ever.
With watching movies with my dad and watching like Gene Kelly, those
Sammy
guys,
Davis Jr.?
Those guys who tap danced.
Gregory Hines.
Oh man, that's awesome! I love it, dude.
Dude, you need to watch.
Those
that
are
movie.
dudes like like singing in the rain, or whatever, and then he's like
Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire.
Bro.
Or Gene Kelly, do you ever watch that where he's tap dancing with roller skates on? And he's like, he just swing around. Like, I'm like, that's classy, man. These guys can't do it. I can't wiggle my feet Tap, without my ankles going out on me.
I used to be able to do something. I can't say I do it now. When I got my my harness boots on, I'll try it.
I even got my own tap dancing shoes.
I put bottle caps because I saw that was a thing that was done by hoofers, as they said, hoofers. I saw like a documentary, and in like 1988, 89 ish, the movie Tap came out with Gregory Hines, right? And it had like, I don't know anybody except Sammy Davis Jr. in the movie, but it was like that generation of tap dancers. Right? Yeah. So there's this famous scene where they have a moment and they're like, it's a challenge, right? So they're all just showing off just wild shit. Bro. Yeah. So I was like, this is amazing. I don't know. I've never seen it before. And I was like, I want to do this. It's amazing. Yeah. And I love Michael Jackson.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah.
And so, but yeah, one of the, shortly thereafter, probably marketing now that I'm thinking about it, but shortly thereafter, there was a documentary style thing about tap dancing. Right? And it was like right around that time. So it must have been on purpose for marketing stuff. And yeah, back in the day, they would, they put bottle caps on the bottom of their shoes. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, copy that. So I had like some high tops, probably some British Knights or some shit. Yeah. And I'm like, fucking jamming them on, right? They'd fall off, whatever. But I tried it. Yeah. So I tried it. So if I had, I don't know how I could have convinced myself that I want to do this, and then eventually my parents. Yeah. But that's one of those things where I'm like, I could have been a tap dancer.
Could have been. You definitely would have had any friends after that. That one friend you had would have left.
He would have laughed. Buddy, shout out Mike Hamilton, Jackson, New Jersey. No, he would have hit him and like, you're too much of a nerd. He was already a nerd.
Little twinkle toes.
He was already a nerd, dude. Yeah.
But I always liked that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't even know how we got on all this shit.
I don't know.
It was good.
Went totally off the rails.
It was good.
We had a whole agenda.
Yeah.
I guess it's probably just another episode right there.
Yeah, really. I think that's it. I think that's it. I mean, we're almost done.
Right about the mark.
Yeah.
It's funny. What's funny is we'll wrap up on this. It's funny how, I don't know about you. Maybe it's because we think, business planning and the coming year, but I get contemplative this time of year, because there's actual downtime, right?
There's actual downtime. In fact, I don't like the downtime.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't mind.
My brain starts going all over the place.
There's nobody to call at the moment per se, and if there is, if somebody's working, they're probably trying to sneak in, work.
Yeah.
So like, leave me the fuck alone. I got,
I gotta catch up, or I gotta, I'm looking forward to just getting back into the grind.
Yeah, man.
I function better that way because there's a routine.
Yeah.
And there's goals, and like, I want to achieve this.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels very much like maybe like rock climbing. That's an interesting, just because you brought it up. It's an interesting analogy because actually, a friend of mine from way back in the day, she rock climbs. And the idea of it is this: often there's like a path, right? Where there's, especially on cliffs across the world, there's like already, it's all chalked up and where
bolted and stuff.
Yeah. But the idea that even if that is the case, it's still like, well, you got to get your foot right, plot your course, there's the preparation and all this stuff leading up to the moment. And for the real savages that are out there with like, they're free climbing or something, like, Jesus, bro, you got balls of steel. But I like that analogy for like getting your way to something that's a little bit more immediate. Like, what am I going to do? And, what's your business going to be in 5 years? And all this kind of talk. And it's like, well, fuck, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. Right. But like, I'm going to do my best on that one. But for right now, for the coming year, better yet, 6 months, 3 months. Okay, what are we doing next month?
Right.
And it feels like, in this moment, maybe we're like at the summit of something. Right. Or
well, that's kind of when I compare last year, which is really your first full year with
the first full year.
I look at where we're going this next year.
Yeah.
I feel like we've reached a base camp. Like we're okay, good. Like let's look. We made progress,
right? And
now we have a better understanding of the next course or trail we're going to be taking here to the next base camp.
Yeah, you know what? In fact, I think is that I think that we in the base camp idea. I feel like we're going to leave the tent behind, you know what I mean? That portion. And now it's all snow. You know what I mean? It's all like, ooh, there's no more trees anymore.
Yeah. I don't think that yet. I think that's 2027.
Yeah.
My mind, 2027, 2028, because I really feel like 2026 is going to be a good year where like we learned all our lessons from this past year.
Yeah.
We're going to apply it to this next year.
Right.
And we're going to see some good growth, healthy growth this next year. But then we're going to hit another base camp. We're like, okay, now this is where it gets really hard because now
maybe
we want to hit a whole nother level and there's a whole nother peak that it's going to pull everything out of us and we might need some additional resources or what have you to be able to get there.
Could be in a business. Business terminology, I think of maybe those moments where you're hunting for business. Yeah. Right. In our game, those who don't have a plan, marketing wise, all that stuff. And so it's kind of like you're doing the Lord's work.
Right?
Spreading the word. Okay. Then now you get up high enough and you start. It's like, well, we got to take somebody's lunch. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got to take market share now.
Yeah.
That's a whole different.
That's a whole other thing.
Because it's like now in that comparison, it's like, dude, we were, preaching to the infidels milling about the land.
Right.
It's like now we're knocking on the church next door, like, yo, their shit sucks. You know what I mean? Like, come hang out with us.
Over here,
we got a bar in the back. Like, so I can.
That's why
appreciate with that.
I do feel like this is going to be a good. We're going to get further along ahead because of the things we learned.
Yeah.
2027, 2028, like I feel like those will be good years too, but it's just going to be harder because it's going to ask us to perhaps do things or go places that is beyond our experience.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. Yeah, the fear of first times. Right. That's a weird spot to be when you literally are either it's unlikely that we'll do things that, haven't been done before per se, right? But it'll be our first time. And inevitably, it's like, man, you can research and look into and study the game as much as you want. But like, until again, you bump your head
Yeah.
In the situation, it's like you don't really know.
You don't really know.
Expect.
You don't really know
Right.
what to expect yet. And sometimes, you're, like I said, we might need additional resources
Right.
at that point. We might need the staff that's already kind of been there, to the top already. Now they're gonna help us plot that course out for us. It was good this past year because we got our Sherpas, right? Our board. Our board to say, okay, this is some pitfalls you want to look into, you want to overcome. Don't go over there. Don't go here. Stay right on this path. Like that's been helpful installing our new board.
Yeah.
But
that's funny, man. I kind of like the mountain idea. That's that can be part of the
K2 mountain is what we're trying to climb. And then we're not the only ones, right? I mean, this is applicable to a lot of you guys who are in business. You're thinking this next year, next couple of years, you're like, okay, where are we at? Evaluating where you've come from and what's this 2026 going to look like? We're hearing from some economists that is going to be a kind of the same as 2025. It's going to be tough on the economy. But I was talking like my brother, he says he's heard from the investment standpoint that this is going to, from an investor financial standpoint, this is going to be a good year. So a lot of turmoil ahead of us. Like, oh shit, the clouds are coming in. It looks like it's going to lightning and storm perhaps. And then you're hearing other forecasts. Right. Like, okay, should we go? When should we go? How should we proceed up this mountain?
It's funny, man, as I'm going to flesh that idea out because I love a visual. It helps me put things, in perspective. And I like the idea of like, you can have bad weather in the analogy of like climbing the mountain is a way out of my control thing. And you just got to deal with it. Right. So that's like political turmoil and financial and just economic and just way too big. And then, but then there's, I'm picturing like, well, what other dangers, and, there's a pack of wolves, and who are they in our little business world?
Who are they?
What does that represent?
Yeah, that might be fun to flesh out.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And there's, and there's trolls, you know what I mean? Whatever it might be, there's fairies. I mean, it's funny to kind of think about that. And it, in a way, I guess it kind of gamifies the experience. Right?
It does.
Because otherwise, it's bland and boring, and nobody gives a shit about that business stuff. I know I don't. Right? It's not fun. It doesn't wake you up. I want my life to be like a Dio song. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be wake up and there's a fucking dragon outside. Like shit. Like if there really was a dragon outside, I'd be motivated as hell to get up and get busy. I got to sharpen this axe. I got
to do something.
So yeah, man, I like that. I like flesh that idea out.
That might be a good theme for this next year. Yeah, a good visual.
Yeah.
Now we're shop talking, but
that's good,
no, it was good.
A little discovery moment there at the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, with that, our little epiphany from the iconic era of advertising to the digital age. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ernie.
Keep it legendary.